So as I start that recording, the box jumps up on your screen. You'll have to click the word "Got it" and get it out of the way. And let's get down to business. Okay. Again, starting as we do, scooting to the front edge of your chair and find that central pillar from the sort of center top of the head straight down through your middle, bifurcating at the two buttock bones and plugging those two buttock bones down into your chair. And then you got your two legs connecting you to the floor. But really cultivate that central pillar. And then do your best to relax the rest of the body. And again, if you do that correctly, and especially if you practice this type of work regularly, what you'll feel is this change in the direction of what the Taoists call sung, softness and suppleness. So as you relax, you don't actually slouch or crumple up. In fact, when you relax, you get more buoyant. It's like this fullness, because the understanding is tension or stress. Sorry, I got to mute everybody here. Tension or stress is a constriction, a closing, a tightening of the tubes and valves and rivers and pathways of our body. So when we're tense, when we're holding tension, we're actually shrinking and compressing ourselves. So when we relax, we start to feel a plumping, a dilation throughout all the channels. And again, especially as we get better sleep, as we make sure our diet's really good, and we're doing practices like we'll do today that are joint mobilization, tissue lengthening and contracting, sort of pumping and flushing that comes with Tai Chi and Qigong. It is we lead ourselves more and more to this feeling of relaxed, yet buoyant, yet supported in our body. So we're just starting with Zhongjung, or central upright. Soften and release to allow all the sediment and extra weight of the body go down through your legs, down through the chair, down into the ground so that you feel connected to the earth. That's called Chun One. And then what's left is this Qing Ling, this nimbleness, this lightness, this freedom of movement. So feel free, as we're doing just our opening meditation, to move a little bit if it feels good to move. Like I often have some issues in my neck. So my head, if I let it, my head wants to just drop over here. Okay, that feels really nice. Feels good to my neck. And then once that softens, my head will want to roll to the middle. Oh, and then now it wants to roll over here and stay here. This is all still meditation, right? What we think of as meditation is sit still, don't move. But it's more like a quality of presence, quality of perspective or approach to the present moment. And the more free we feel to adjust, right? Some other adjustments you might make, similar to the movements we do in our joint mobilization. While you're sitting, if your back started feeling stiff, you might want to roll around, take a few breaths in this shape, rounded. Right? Also, it can feel really good to arch, lift. These are all, again, the movements we do, but bring them into your meditation time so that you're not just clinging on to trying to appear still, but more like you're changing the relationship you're having with your body, from the brain through your nervous system out to every muscle, every joint, that you're softening, relaxing, and then allowing any movement that feels good. So let's just do this for a minute, right? You could do this for 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, but let's just do it for 1 minute. Breathing in the nose, holding the breath a little bit, breathing out the mouth. Just continue that. And what I'm also doing is my fingers, I'm spreading and then relaxing. In my shoes, I'm opening my toes up and clenching them. I'm leaning my ankles. Maybe I even open one leg and close it because I felt something tight in my hip that opens up my back as well. So just have a meditation experience that feels free for you to just really take care of this body, to network connect brain to the body. And in general, breathing in the nose, out the mouth. And I feel like this version is really important. This version of seated meditation is important for Parkinson's because of the idea that there's often that dyskinesia going on, right? This body that has some movement happening that needs to make its way through. So just try to get this idea that you can still be doing meditation and yet working with whatever subtle explorations your body wants to make. Final 30 seconds or so. Again, if you're newer to the practice, you might be sitting there going, I have no idea how to just explore these subtle movements. That's fine. Think of the rest of class as we go as we're populating your toolkit with shapes and movements that you might naturally want to do that feel like the right tool for the job when you're doing your intuitive exploration practice, right? This final 15 seconds or so. Might even find these final 15, 10 seconds that stillness feels good. That just sitting, that nice, strong pillar intact. This relaxed body just feels very free. Let's go into our formal movement portion. So the first movement, slide hands back, elbows back, shoulder blades back, chest lift, chin lift, look to the sky. Then slide your hands forward past your knees, hollow the chest back, drop the head. And reverse. Slide hands back, elbows back, shoulder blades back, or and then slide forward, rounding. 3 more. Inhaling as you arch back, hold. Exhale as you slide hands forward, rounding, dropping. 2 more. Make your way back to the middle, the neutral position. Now the rotation from this upright seat. Slide left hand forward, right hand and elbow back, turn the shoulders, turn the head, look over the shoulder, and then reverse. Turn, look over the shoulder, and reverse. It's nice and leisurely. That's another hallmark and sort of unique idea to Tai Chi and Qigong and Taoist practice is this emphasis on leisure. That we want to be in a state of leisure and yet still be moving thoroughly. We're not in an effort-based state. We're in this kind of soft, relaxed, easy state. And then finding we can move quite effectively and still remain in that relaxed state. one more each way. And back to neutral. Arms hang. Change the weight to the right buttock. Just lean, almost like you're falling asleep and falling out of your chair. And then lift your left wrist and your left foot because it's empty. And then let's change sides. Tip to the left butt cheek, lean, hang, right wrist lift, right foot lift, and then change. And change. There looks to be some glitchiness in some of your screens. I don't know if that's happening on my end. I apologize if it is. And back to middle. Shoulders, we shrug them up, melt them down. Shrug them all the way up, and melt them down. So I can see, Miguel, I can see you moving just fine, but a lot of you others seem very frozen. Am I give me a thumbs up if I am not frozen for you. So Janona, I'm not frozen for you because yours is very glitchy right now. Thanks, Miguel. And David, are you there? Or are you frozen? I can't tell if your screen is frozen. It looks like it is. Okay. All right, good. As long as I'm going, that's good. All right. Now, shoulders. Again, remember that most people think of the shoulder as this place, but we want to think of it as this place, back here, the shoulder blade. So when you shrug up, it's happening here. And all this musculature, you want to squish it like a sponge and then soften it completely and let the arms hang. And feel this open pathway between the neck and the shoulders. We don't want this to be glued shut as it is for many people. So scrunch up and squish it and then soften and open it. And see if you can even feel your neck get a little longer, your head get a little freer. Let's do that again. Shrug, squish. The head will naturally kind of scrunch down like a turtle going into the shell. And then as your shoulders soften, see if you can get that feeling of the turtle reaching its head out of the shell, longer through the neck. And again, scrunch. Sort of exaggerating what happens when we are too stressed out in life or when we're holding tension so that we can explore that opposite, that freedom, that space. Now, the circles with the shoulders. Forward, up, back, down, under. See, in the shoulder blades, they spread apart, and then up, and then they come together, squish, and down, under. They spread apart, then lift, back, down. A few more. Forward, up, back, down. Forward, up. And remember, all exercises have the stage of connect the dots, where we make sure we get to this position, then this position, kind of do it in a, I won't say herky-jerky, but a sort of staccato way with these points of stoppage. But after you find those, see if you can start to polish it out so that it starts to flow much like a river. So it's just like water flushing and flowing through those spaces. And that's what cultivates roundness. Let's go the other way. So it's back, up, forward, down. So again, if you're newer to the practice, start with that version where it's back, up, forward, down, under, back, up, right? That's that connect the dots, paint by numbers. And then eventually we start to flow, sliding, gliding, up and over. And this one done correctly gives us that freedom of the head and neck that I know everybody's dealing with, regardless of having Parkinson's or not. Everyone's got tension in the neck and shoulders, but especially, I know that's a commonplace with the Parkinson's. Now, release and relax here. Bring your legs together, all the way together. Lean a little bit forward from your hips. Bring your arms forward, but not up. So don't lift your arms up in space. Note forward. Now, stay low, go out, and then lean a little bit back, and then bring the hands in to the side, to the body. And then we lean forward, swinging the arms forward. This is, again, the connect the dots version. Leaning back, coming around. Bring them in. Forward, swing forward, and then just round by round, you try to polish out any of that stop and start quality to where it just starts to flow. So it's just like this endless fluid quality. Then we go to level 2. So it's forward and then up. Open, get a little bit behind you, turn palms forward, slide them down, the arms, and then rotating. As you come up, backs of hands face each other, so the arms are internally rotated. Then palms face the floor, and then by the time you get back, the palms face forward, so you slide them down. Under, forward, up, open, slide down the back. Again. And then finally, level 3, we go forward, up, and keep coming up with the hands as they open. And then we come down the back and forward, up. Keep coming up as you kind of gently lean back. Under, forward, and up. Oh. Reverse. Back. Now stay low, go out. Notice I didn't lift my hand up here, they're down. Then lean forward from the hips, circle around in front of the knees. Then swing the hands back along the torso, turn the palms forward and go out, but not up. Lean forward, circle around to the front, swing back. So we got connect the dots, hitting all the points. And then once you've got those points, then you take the edge off, relax, and just try to flow. Have this feeling of ching-ling, light, and fluid. Level 2. Open and lift, then close. Stay closed as you come down, split them apart, come neutral, lean back a little and lift. Forward. Down. Lean back from the hips and lift. Level 3. Leaning back, lifting up. Keep lifting as you lean forward, close, and down, back, up, over top, forward, and down, back, up, over top. One more. Again, just fluid, easy, nimble, light. And bend your elbows. Elbows go out, up, out, down. Around in front of you, try to touch the elbows and wrists together. And then elbows down to your side. Open them out to the side. Feel this space, looseness in the shoulders. That's what will allow us to get way up here. Not more effort or force, but actually less effort and force and more freedom, more lightness. Down and around in front with a light squeeze, just to open the back. Again, down, out, up. Out, down, in. And let's go elbows straight back. Back behind you. Then elbows down, forward, up. Elbows forward, down, back. Down, forward, up. Forward, down. And then maybe flowing. Flow. As we get more real estate, internal space, movement becomes easier. So that's really what we're working on. Elbows out, palms facing down, one above, one below, cross. Hug your own torso. Give yourself a big bear hug. Release and open. And then switch which is above and below. Open. One more of each. And elbows down, arms out in front, turn your palms down, up, down, up. Notice no part of this area of my arm is moving. It's just through here. Up, down, up. Now keep your hands up. Hands go out, elbows stay in. Again, the only way to make this shape correct is to move from this space here, your shoulder blades glue onto your back, this area opens. So opening and unfolding, bring the hands in. Now right here, elbows out and around. And again, we're internally rotating from this space. And if you really go for it, you really bring those elbows around with a little bit of force, the folding shape should happen. Elbows come in, hands open. Out, this unfolding, opening, and then folding and closing, elbows out and around and around and around and around and around. So again, what most people are not doing enough of is that. See how my elbows are not going up, they're not going any other direction, they're just going around. And it's that force that we internally rotate there. So again, we're cultivating real estate. Probably the most valuable real estate on the market is our body's internal space. And sadly, you can't buy it. You have to cultivate it. You have to work in a particular way with a particular mindset and quality that yields the result of you having this interior space. Now stay open. Step your feet wider apart, just a comfortable width, but have it wide, not straining, but pretty wide. Left hand up, over the rainbow, and all the way across. Now as you reach, let this cause your body to sort of lean. So you open the groin area, you turn, you get a light little gentle twist. Then reverse that, coming up, over, back to this open position. Then we go up, over, and let the body lean. You open your right groin area, you side bend a little, you gently twist, and then back. Up and over, Continue. Just think polish. Think this idea that by being relaxed, leisurely, but also thorough, that you're polishing the movement pathways, you're polishing the neural pathways, and pause in the middle. Then we go up with both, over top with both, one wrist above the other. Now, turn the palms down, let the arms fall between the legs and separate. Let them hang very loose. Then cross the wrists, bring them up in front, open, and they come down the side. Up over, switch which wrist is on top. Turn the palms down, let the arms fall between the legs and separate. And then cross. So again, we're doing connect the dots. Connect the dots. Connect. Connect. Eventually we want to polish that as well so that it just flows. But again, dot, dot, separate, cross, lift. So let's just do a couple more, see if you can get it to flow. And step legs back to hip distance, arms in, wrists. So the first practice is just focus on making sure it's the wrist where the turning happens. Because a lot of times people do this. They think what I'm doing is turning their fingers and they never turn the wrist. See how I can do this and never turn my wrist? So make sure you're going wrist, under, still folded so that it can unfold and come back up. And then we got to rotate over, under, over, under. Reverse, under, over, under, make sure it's the wrist, over. And spread, gather, spread, gather. Now we add to this the fan. Spread and scoop under, and then come back over and close the fanning of the fingers. Just bring them together. So it's spread and come under, close, come over top. Like you're on the back of a ball. You're coming around the back side of a ball to the underside of a ball, and then around the back side to the top side of that ball. Around. Good. Now from here, spread soft claw into a soft cotton fist, and then open. Now what we're adding to this, reach, soft claw into a fist, turn your arms, palms up, draw, pull in. Then open the hands, let the hands be very soft and relaxed. Come up this space right in front of you. Notice how close I am to my body here. And then extend out. Right? Reach out. Open. As you clasp, turn. And then draw. So we're doing a sort of diagonal from high to low. Relax the wrist. Now, step the feet a little wide and lean to your right buttock and reach up to this right front corner out in front of you. Soft clasp like you're sort of grabbing a rope and pull. Relax the hands. Come up that space. Lean a little, reach. So again, let's connect the dots. Clasp like you're grabbing a rope and pull. Soft. Come up this space. Lean to the right buttock, reach. Soft clasp, turn, slight fists, light fists, and pull. One more. Eventually, we want that to just flow. Flow. Other corner. Up. Reach. Soft clasp, turn the arms like you're grabbing a rope. Pull. Soft and loose, floating, reaching. All the way to the end, soft clasp into the hands, and then issuing this sigh or plucking. So this is storing up or preparing to issue. We're ready, and sigh. Cool. Flowing. One. Just relax. Scoot back a little. Let's just tune up the legs very briefly. Load. Bring the knee up, the heel in close to the buttock. Push away. Reload. Set the foot down. Other side. Think freedom of movement. So complete load, complete extension, complete load down. So we're not trying to go fast. We're not trying to push with a bunch of power. We're just trying to cultivate that freedom of complete range of all the joints and all the tissue and the brain and the nervous system command that's having to go out and back. Loading. The more relaxed we are, the more the nerves can flow out there. We can just command this body with ease, more and more. We get out of our own way. Extend. Now, right leg straight, point and flex. So we want to be leisurely and relaxed, but we got to be thorough. And I've noticed a lot of times with people's feet, they're not thorough enough. They kind of go here, and they get stuck sort of in mediocre version. So make sure you're putting enough work to get those toes pointed, and then enough work to pull them all the way back, and enough that over time you want to yield to where you're thorough and relaxed through the ankle and foot. And then here, invert, tilt, 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 tilt. And then circle, in, around, and out. Out, around, and in, switch direction. And foot down, switch legs. Point, flex. Make sure to get to the end of the point and the end of the flex. That really loosens up the calf muscle, which is a common place for cramps, common place just for density, which makes walking kind of clod hoppy instead of intricate movement with the feet, right? Now, invert, tilt, evert, tilt, tilt, tilt. And notice my leg is not rotating. A lot of times people do this, rotating leg. Make sure it's just your foot. Just tilting. And then circle. Round. And reverse. Circle. And down. Scoot all the way forward to that front edge. Step your feet a little wider apart than hip distance. Lift the toes up. Turn. Toes in, knees in. Then toes out, knees out. Open the groin area. Pelvis, spine, shoulders, head, and neck. Floating. Just kind of relaxed. Legs moving freely, completely. Each round, again, think like with the foot, we want to get thorough. We don't want to strain or bother.
I think we lost Otto. think we lost Otto.
Yeah, probably take them a minute to sign in.
Yeah.
Well, we get a break.
A needed one.
Yeah. How long, it might take them a minute to figure out.
Is.
All right, I'm back.
Good.
Sorry.
No, that's all right.
I don't know what's going on. All right, so we were doing our legs there. Okay. Make sure everyone's muted.
We got to turn the recording back on.
Yeah.
Looks like we lost Otto
Okay,
again.
so we had wide stance
We lost you, Otto.
and internal.
You're frozen.
External again. So,
You're frozen.
Frozen.
you can't hear or see me, huh?
We can hear you.
Yeah. But my
We can-
body's frozen.
You're
You're
frozen.
frozen.
Into like,
Pulling
yeah.
your pants up.
Oh, you're back.
Stuck in an awkward moment. Huh?
You're back now.
I'm back?
Yeah.
All right. Sorry for all, it's out of our hands, right?
These things are.
The internet gods. All right. Close. Maybe it just doesn't like this movement. All right. Close and open. Again, what I'm saying is we want to be thorough, but not strain these somewhat tender muscles of the groin and inner thigh. But still, you want to put a little effort into it just to open that space. And then we're back to neutral. And hip hinge like you're bowing. Bow forward. And then sit vertical. And lean slightly back. And fold. Back. Fold. And vertical. So now, hang the arms nice and loose. Feel that your feet are not really bearing weight. Slide your feet underneath you a little bit. Now fold from hips. And what we want is to get arms, shoulders, and head in front of the ankles. If we achieve that, butt behind, head, shoulders in front, then this is no problem. You just stand up and then fold at hips. Get the butt behind the ankles, arms, shoulders, head in front, sink, and then back. Feet are empty. So the connect the dots version. We fold, we move forward to come out of the chair. So now we're in our feet, not in the chair. Then we push to get vertical. Then we fold to get to this shape. We sink, but stay in the legs until the butt finds the chair, and then lean back. And let's do two more. Either connect the dots or try to flow it so that it has this fluid quality. Just stand. And then sitting nice and relaxed. One more. Just flowing. And now 3 times. Don't sit in the chair or the floor. And then stand all the way back up. So it's the exact same squat. You're still sitting your butt very, very low. And that's how you want to get yourself near up if you needed to the ground and come up. And that is as opposed to staying very stiff in the legs and going down this way to try to get something. This exposes your back to issues. If you try to pick something up, sort of encircling whatever we're And we just push through the earth and carry it up to where we are. Now, arms down. Let's go right into our Tai Chi. First, find this gunslinger quality, loose, right? You always see that in the Westerns. There's this sort of a readiness through the body, but it's loose, right? They're always kind of doing the little thing with the fingers, staying loose. And so we want that quality in our Tai Chi standing, where our knees are just a little bent, a little open bent. Our over time yield a bit of space in the armpit. They say it's the size of like a little bird egg, like you're holding a bird egg, not crushing it. So that means we're not holding on to our arms like this. We're relaxed. So let's do just that movement a couple times. It's actually a good practice to loosen up. Squeeze the armpits and hug your arms in to the side of your body. Right? So do the wrong thing. Hold on to your arms really tightly, and then let's just relax. And notice these compress. This is an exaggeration of what a lot of people are doing when they're walking around in the world. They're holding on, and we want to relax. Oops. And then with that relaxed quality, rising hands, floating forward and up. So as if you're painting with the back of the hands, and you also want your arms to go long, out. And then this little change where the elbows, you notice how the elbows sink, the wrist sinks, and the fingers end up above. So that little change right there, change, and then follow that down. Similar, kind of opposite thing happens here. This lead, right? And you notice the hands change. So we're back here, and then it's change on the way up. And then there's this change, and then on the way down. And eventually that's just naturally what happens. It's just this lilting, flowing, natural quality when we get out of the way, when we let go of the grabbing that we're all doing. Remember that real estate, space, interior space is how we're moving this body, not force. Now scoop the hands in front and let's open. Close. Same idea. As the hands go up, there's this quality here, and then that change happens. Way down with that light scoop, and then that change happens. Sink chi to belly, a couple of times flowing. Wing, roll, fold. And it just falls through that space. Loose. And we wing, roll, fold. Pretty complicated movement in some ways, in terms of what exactly we're asking the body. And we want to just see if we can get that to flow effortlessly. Just with softness, ease. Opening interior space, and then using that space to just fall right. Opposite movement. Bring the hands, backs of hands towards each other. Keep the hands close to the body as you come straight up. And then this rolling open. By the time you get out, palms face downish. Fall like wings. You're closing in front, backs of hands come towards each other. Find your way up through that space. And then just roll. Close. And embrace the moon. Wing. Right hand roll, fold, as left hand sweeps under, top and bottom, magnets attract, magnets repel, go around a big circle. Wing, roll, fold the left as right hand comes under and attract. Around. Over, under. Calibrating this brain and body, everything soft and relaxed down. Scoop, rising up, right up. Now emphasize straightening your body up. So you could say lock your knees, right? Straighten your legs, lift the torso, lift the chest, and practice not feeling imbalanced by being all the way up here. Turn your palms over. And this soft settling, like sediment settling through a medium like water, all the way down. Let the hands totally soften. Let everything go down through the legs. The knees should softly bend a little. Open feet feel connected to the ground. You do that again. So this rising expression of the life force body, there's times when rise. And then on, it's correlate, it's opposite, settling. Like water naturally settles. Again, hum, it's rising expression. And this settling expression all the way down. Now, just rise your hands up to the chest, pull elbows back, turn your hands forward. Now, not only do we want to work on the G or forward expression, but we want to keep the mind on this down through quality. As you push, do your best not to be pulled with that. So push, full extend, but keep this Tai Chi quality down through the earth. And then turn your hands and draw, drawing back. And turn the hands. So this is called G, the forward issuing or expression of the Chi, of the life force in the body. And Lu, or the sliding, guiding, gliding back. G, full extension. Really extend the shoulders and upper back. And then back. And then and now left hand only, turn face forward. As that left arm fully pushes, allow the rotation, don't force the rotation. So what I don't want is turning so that you're jamming things. You just want to allow the natural rotation. Turn left hand to face the body, right hand to face away. Now we draw left hand back, push right hand forward, and just be so relaxed that there's just a natural turn. Ideally also the right quad or groin area opens rather than when I turn this happening. You don't want this to happen if you can help it. You want opening right through here. And then turn right hand to face, left hand ready to push. And then again, it's going to be this quad is open. This one is now kind of closed. And we want that to change so it's open and closed as you draw and push. So there's a lot happening with this movement and movements like this sort of push and draw. There's a lot of room to find our central pivot, to work on the groin area, quad, opening, closing. then to add just a little more subtlety to this. So let's all be here with your right hand pushed, left hand drawn back. Now take your right hand and scoop it under. And notice I'm still way out in front. I'm just under. And then top. But it's close to your body. Now, draw back the low hand and slide out the top hand. So I'm leading now through this pinky edge as opposed to the push edge, pinky edge. And then that front hand scoops under, back hand floats over top, and then it's one draw, one extend through the pinky side. And then scoop, rise, and scoop, roll it. This is called the changing palm. They pass right by each other. And just allow for that natural turning to be happening. Right, the legs kind of stay stable, and the groin area turns, the low turn, and then both come back leg, turn from your middle pivot to the right, sweep the hands over to the right. So you're in your right leg, turn to your right. Shift into your left leg, turn from your middle pivot, and then brush knee, sweep the leg. Now the hands change. Turn that right hand around, turn left hand around. We go shift to the right leg, turn, brush, sweep. And then we turn the hands. Shift, turn, brush, sweep. Hands change. Shift, turn, brush, sweep. Change. Shift, turn, brush, sweep. One more. This is the bear washing paws. Now the bear swirls the string. The right hand goes out. And again, notice it's out, not up. Comes around. Now the left hand's going to go back. But I stay where I am. So I got that on, or that down through to the earth thing, and I don't allow that to break, even though I'm being thorough, reaching. So it's that combination that cultivates suppleness in the body. Being where you are, relaxing, and really going for those edges. Go for the edge. Now, lift the left arm up about chest height. We've got brush knee, swap the fish. Down, up. And we got shift and turn and brush, swap. Also, you might notice I'm not picking my feet up off the floor. That's important that we don't do this. So don't try to get further by uprooting your empty foot. So even though my right foot is empty, my heel is still on the ground. And it's that combination that pulls open these lines. And let's go the high jumping fish. Up, over, turn, down, up. And again, brush knee, high jumping fish. Brush knee. Changing leg, turning from your middle pivot, staying relaxed. Being thorough but not sloppy. So that doesn't mean, reaching in such a way that you lose your integrity of the body. Now, stay in your right leg. Left hand dips down, right hand wing, roll, fold. Now it's shift, turn, brush knee, push. The arms continue on their path out. Right hand dips into the water, left hand roll, fold, shift, turn, brush, push. Extend, left hand dips down, right hand roll, fold, shift, turn, brush, push. Shift, turn, brush, push. Thorough, soft, leisurely, relaxed. Always looking for something you're doing that's extra that you could relax. And wash the paw. Now we're going to do a single leg balance here. Some of you may not have done this one. Play guitar. So put the weight in your left leg, right foot, turn toes a little bit out. Change the weight into your right leg and put your left heel out in front. Like this. Loose and light and empty. Right, so that's that left foot in front. Whichever foot is in front for this position, think that's your straighter arm. So reach that Tai Chi straight out in front. So it's not like this, but it's also not like this. It's fully extended, but like a hose with water running through. It's open. And then this other hand floats up, and you see where my fingertips are in relationship in space. It's kind of at the elbow. So we're in this shape. And the other thing, you don't want to be collapsed in with this arm. Think buoyant, space, open and round. So this is play guitar. Now, bring your left foot back, heels touching, toe turned out. Change the weight into your left leg and put the right foot out, heel, and exchange the hands. Just kind of run them right past each other like so. Okay? So they're in front. There's some buoyancy. They're not collapsed in like this. Right? They're also not way out here. It's just this middle place. Now, bring the right foot back. Place it down. As you change your weight, do the exchange of the hands and float that heel out in front. I'll do a couple sideways. Bring the foot back, change, well, to the other side. Bring the foot back, no weight, change. Play guitar. Bring the foot back, change. Now we add a challenge. Bring the foot back. Now the forward hand's going to come under, and the back hand's going to come up above. So they're going to circle into the shape as you change the weight. Bring the foot back. The far hand goes under, the close hand goes over. We change the weight. They circle and arrive. Bring that right foot back. Change, they circle, play guitar. Bring the foot back, change the weight, they circle into position. I think sideways is the best here for me to show you. And circle, the but they still get to the same position. If this is too much for you, go back to the previous one where it's just kind of like you're playing a harp, right? Back and forth. But if you want that added challenge, roll into position. Step and change. Now reverse the circle if you'd like, change. That's one back, one forward, but now the far hand is coming up, the close hand is going under into play guitar. Serve. Play guitar. Serve. Arrive. Circling. And couple more. Stepping. Changing. Boom. Change. Change. Down, sunk, change. And wing, roll, fold. Hands together, rub. Back of one hand. Palms, back of other hand, palms, and then groin area, hip flexors, tailbone sacrum, lumbar, and then like you're sitting for a squat, sweeping down the outside of the legs, around to the inside, come all the way up to the navel. Do it again, groin, hip flexors, tailbone, lumbar muscles on either side, and one more. Groin, hip flexors, sacrum, lumbar, and clear. And then that final reset. Up one arm, turn that palm up, down the inner arm. So up the outer, down the inner. Up the outer, down the inner. Switch. It's this reset. And bounce. Try to feel like you can just stand for a moment and hold nothing. Everything is dilated, everything is relaxed. And we close, finally, wing, roll, hold over top. Settle. Seal, one. Thank you, everybody. Well done. If there are any questions, feel free. Taoist bow to close. Here, there.
I like the